dismiss them. I would just put them in the place. You know, if everyone in his proper lane, you know, see, then we won't have the road rage. You understand? Because it's a road rage. You understand? You know? Here we are to develop our things. And because that's your road rage, you just keep on yapping about your you know, your masters and your attitude. You can't even know a Phillips screwdriver different from a, you understand?
Yeah,
and these
a
are
spanner.
you understand?
Yeah.
You know, see it, you know? These are the things, them, you know, see it, you know? Well, it's a beautiful vibes. I'm in the house, Abu, alongside.
Jammers live in the house.
And in a couple of minutes, we'll be having some reading with the man himself, Brother Joseph. You know, this is Brother Joseph, Joe Ride.
Respect.
Joe Ride in the Gambia, and it's a beautiful vibration family.
This is
Abu, alongside
Jammers.
DS.
Live in the house right here, Galaxy.
Real and we also have our brethren in the house. We just wait for him to just catch his breath, because, you know, it's moving and moving. Moving in England is like running a marathon.
You know, designed to keep you off your natural rhythm, you know.
But as I said, you know, I was talking about a project, you know, in the Gambia, you know, Joe Ride. You know, see, and I have in the house with me is Brother Joseph from the Jimmy Asher Foundation. Also, the proprietor, you know, C.E.O. right down there in Joe Ride, Gambia. And it's not something that I read about, it's something that I myself experienced by spending some quality time with this brother here in the Gambia. So I just want to say, you know, Akwaba. Welcome, Brother Joseph.
Thank you. Glad to be here again.
Yeah, man, respect, you know. And it's good that you can take the time from your busy schedule, you understand, to come and, you know, give up some update on in the works that they are even doing down there in the Gambia, Joe Ride. And also the Jimmy Asher Foundation, because that's where it started.
That's where it started. Yeah, so like I said, thanks for welcoming us in again. We came not too long ago, a few months back. That was before the vehicles had arrived to Gambia. And obviously you came over to the Gambia yourself, and you saw the operation yourself. And now we're both back in London. We can both touch base again on the radio.
Yeah, man. To see the incentive that you put in there, where them can have worked the vehicle for 18 months, and at the end of 18 months them owned it.
Yes.
Wow. That's the first time anything like that it there, because a lot of them, when I talk to them, that's what they said. Why have this never happened here before? You know, see, some say it's always take someone who is brave enough, you understand, and fearless to do things like that, you know?
Yeah, no, definitely. And like before I even went to the Gambia, it was the first time I actually went there just to do the research. So it was a bold move. Yes, I showed no fear, and I just went with my spirits and went with the vision, and just continued the journey. And this is where we are right now, where we're giving opportunities to our brothers and sisters in the motherland, in Gambia. So I feel honoured that I have the energy and the strength to actually do that.
No, it's a serious thing. I said a lot of people would not know, you know, that you were down there months before even the vehicle came, ain't it? And and the brothers them still turn up to even do his meeting, you know. You know, no, tell the truth, Joseph. Could you do that? So?
I know. No, even me, when I think back, even before the vehicles even arrived, it's like everyone fed into the vision. Everyone saw the vision. Preparation in terms of getting the drivers ready, getting the mechanics ready, getting the banks ready, the financial institutions, the charitable institutions. So there was a lot of work prior, and the way that I sold the vision, or the way that they, you know, perceived everything that I was saying, and myself, they believed everything. They believed the vision even before it was seen.
No, it's true, and Not because he's my brother anyhow, but he's the husband. You know, he's a brother that, when you deal with honesty. Because to start something, you have to be honest, you understand?
Yeah,
as I said, he support you to the max. He always, every time I call, he mention, Joseph. Because it's what you bring also.
Yes.
You understand,
Yes.
And I remember I was down there eating some lunch, And I would say that was
with my hands, with my fingers.
You mean?
Yeah, no knife, no fork, no spoon, fingers.
Oh man, but it's a wonderful thing you're doing, Joseph. You understand?
Thank you.
Because I was even telling some people that the idea that we're thinking about the marathon.
Yes.
And some people want to get on board.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Because as I said, Joe Ride, I can see the smile, that it brings to the people's face.
Definitely.
Especially to even some of these drivers when them go back to the village.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these brothers won't sleep all night.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you, like, when they first got their vehicles, the joy, the happiness on their face was even a blessing for myself. That made me happy, because they were going back to their families and they were coming back with a new vehicle and everything like that, and their whole family was over the moon. So it was just a feel-good factor. And even from the drivers, it just spills on to the families, to the communities. So yeah, it's a blessing for many.
And the opportunity for even some that is here who could even have obtain one of those taxi there and have it working while even they are here. Could you give a breakdown on that also?
Yeah, no, there's opportunities which people have even contacted me from over here and asked, well, if they actually purchase a vehicle, can they run it as the same type of taxi scheme, which is like an investment for them. So that's still open, because we are selling the vehicles also. We've just pretty much striked up a partnership with the bank over there called Reliance, and they will help facilitate people to actually purchase these vehicles. So what we found out is that it's like someone over here wanting to buy a new car. They can't just go and buy a new car. They got to get some sort of loan, HP, some sort of facilitation to get their, whether it's the house, whether it's the vehicle. So that's what I'm setting up for people in Gambia as well. So there's a facilitation that they can actually buy these as well.
Yeah, man, and the location of Joe Ride is just right under where that land development agency is. I forgot the JJ something or JP. I just never bring in that information, but I must speak to the proprietor there, and he's a wonderful brother.
Yeah,
wonderful brother. See.
Yeah, so where we're based is in Sukuta, so that's where our store is, in Sukuta.
Right on the highway.
Right on the highway. And yeah, like I got to give a shout out to all the team out there. Yeah, like you just mentioned, Osman.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, then you got J-Bar, then you got Fatu.
Fatu.
Yes.
The secretary, wonderful sister.
Yeah, admin, yeah.
See it.
Yeah, so, and then you got other instrumental people as well.
And your cameraman, the way...
Yeah, we got a cameraman called Guy. He was the one that done the video.
Brilliant, brother.
I got a shout out Mustafa Njai. Yeah, he's no longer with us, but he contributed to the journey. Then there's someone significant over there. His name's Ibo Salah. Yeah, he's like the permanent secretary to Foreign Affairs or something like that.
Nice brother. Yeah. Wonderful brother.
Yeah, shout out to him, because he's the one that kick-started it. He was pretty much the first man that I spoke to in government who basically believed the vision, purely because he was in Nigeria himself as the ambassador for Gambia. So as soon as I spoke to him, he just fast-tracked everything. And so yeah, a big shout out to him, a big shout out to Siddiqui as well. He's the person who I knew, the only person I knew in Gambia was him. And when they said to me that Gambia had no exclusivity on the country, because I wanted exclusivity on a country, and that country so happened to be the Gambia. So when I went out there, he was the man that I knew, showed me around. So big shout out to him as well. And also to the team out here. because there's people out here who's mentored and guided me out here. You understand? So there's Maddie. He's almost a mentor to me as well. Then we've got Denise. She's the one that is almost my admin over here.
All right.
Yeah, so she's pivotal to it as well. Yeah, so like I said, it's not me, just me. It's the team.
The team. And to see that team, even when we're down there, we link up with all Matthew. Yeah. Hyperlink Village, Marley, Mosiah, and on these places, you understand, you know. But I see Joe Ride, you know, see it as a great success within the Gambia.
Yes. No, it is, and sorry, last shout out to Morris as well. Morris is part of the team who's actually in the office every day with me. So he's instrumental to the whole thing as well. So shout out to Morris. Yeah, and obviously to my family who support and guide the thing, my brother, my sisters, my mum, and even my dad who's still guiding me.
Of course, because the work is the work.
Yeah.
You know. So what are you have any event in coming up, fundraising or anything like that towards the?
Well, I mean, for the Joe Ride, I was recently over there not too long ago. And they have like a carnival in Banjul. So they actually invited us there because they was having like a parade, the carnival. So we was actually leading that parade with the Joe Rides. So a lot of people are approaching us to do like parades around carnivals. I'm getting a lot of people contact us about services as well. So we're going to start to provide services, delivery services, and things like that over there. So as well as the drivers, us as Joe Ride are also going to provide different services to businesses where we could transport, whether food, whether documents around town. So and as well as that, we're looking to do an app soon enough. Yeah, so but as they say in Gambia, danka. Slow. So we're going slow, but you know, we're definitely keeping up that momentum.
And even the hotel then is showing interest.
All of that. Tourism is big out there, as you know. I would say from November to about May is tourism season. So we're gearing up for that season also by offering, for example, Joe Ride tours. You know, so we can take the tourists them around to the local attractions like the Crocodile Park and other types of things. So yeah, danka.
Hey man, you know, Brother Jammers,
could you just fill the people who've never heard of you before? What exactly are you doing? Just update everybody, the newcomers to the scene.
All right, cool. So my name's Joseph May. What we're actually talking about now is a vehicle called Joe Ride, which I've introduced to the Gambia. But what we wanted to do was, I wanted to introduce them. I wanted to get exclusivity on a country. As well as
what vehicle? What kind of vehicle is it?
It's like a three-wheeler.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. The manufacturers are Piaggio, and they're it's like an Italian company, but their manufacturers are in India. Right. We went out to India to actually meet the manufacturers to cover that base as well.
And it's durable. Is it a durable?
It's a durable vehicle. Yes. But what it is that we're offering young people in general, opportunities out there where they can actually own this vehicle. Right. Because what I found out over there is that people would rent a taxi, so they're just paying the rent. They can never own. There's no ownership. So I said, how can we come up with some sort of scheme where they could make daily money as well as own the vehicle at the end.
Right, so what services can they do if they've got access to this vehicle then?
Well, we've actually done our own taxi service. So they basically work under the umbrella of Joe Ride Taxi Service. If they join that scheme, people can buy the vehicle and do what they're doing, but if they're doing it through the 18 months, they jump onto the scheme, which is the Joe Ride scheme, taxi service. So they become a taxi driver where they would wear uniform, they would deposit the money daily. It's a professional thing. So we don't just say there's the vehicle, go out there and give us money every day. No, every day we supervise, we monitor payment, we make sure that they're professional in everything they do. So that's how, and then like I said, at the end of the day, at the end of the 18 months, after they keep up their commitment, that vehicle now belongs to them.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, that is fantastic. So that's what we're trying to do. we're recently, well, even from before the vehicles, there's a charity called YEP, where we're trying to work with them at the moment to actually offer more young people grants to be able to put towards the vehicle, and then pay the $500 a month, maybe for like 12, 15 months.
So how many vehicles have you got at the moment?
We started with 22.
Oh wow!
Yeah, started with 22. We've currently got 11 on the road now. We've actually got one of them in a place called Basse. Basse is like the other side of where I am, the other side of the country, like 4 or 5 hours away, on the border of Senegal. So we've basically put it down there to advertise Joyride, the vehicle around there as well. And also, the vehicle was actually called, prior, it was actually called Batch Car. Now, it seems every African country or region has their own name for the vehicle. In Sierra Leone and Nigeria, where I first saw it in Sierra Leone, they're called Keke. But when I went to the Gambia, I realized that they were named Batch Car. But Batch business had flopped because he didn't bring in any parts. So the vehicles just run down and they're done. So when I come, I said, no, we need to name this vehicle another name. It needs to have another revamp, relaunch. And it was having a discussion with the locals. They was the one that actually came up with the name Joyride.
Yeah, man.
On the go moving Gambia. So I just went with it because normally I wouldn't even go with the thing, my name and boom boom. But I thought, you know what, I'm gonna go with the thing. So Joyride was born. So in generations to come, it's Joyride. That's the new name.
So what's the appeal of this vehicle then for us over here? What's the difference between the normal vehicles or the taxi?
Well, over there, the vehicle can get to places where cars can't reach.
Oh, right.
So it can get into the villages.
How is that? Is it the size of it?
It's the size of it.
And it can move
and it's smaller and it can maneuver. Like easier, slightly smaller. It's more environmentally friendly in terms of the gas, which is basically, I think it's 32.
To the litre.
Yeah, 30 litres. Right. Yeah, where the car is 7 litres, so it's basically saves you more money on gas. It can get to places where you can't get to, and it's easily movable and things like that. So, yeah, I personally see it in Sierra Leone. That's where I saw it, and when I saw it in Sierra Leone, I was like, there's a market somewhere. For me, I was thinking of Uganda, because I was previously in Uganda. So I was thinking of Uganda to launch it. But they said to me, but I was also thinking Jamaica, Trinidad, Tobago, Barbados, Brazil, the countries that I'd been to. I was thinking there's a market for this. But then what happened is when I approached them, they said to me that Uganda had banned the vehicle because of their traffic problems. So then I said, which is the next African country who hasn't got any exclusivity? And that's when they said Gambia. And then literally, I got told it was Gambia Saturday. By the following Sunday, I was in Gambia.
Wow.
Yeah, doing my research and my due diligence. And
so did you actually go out with the idea to do this, or you were just walking one day and you saw?
No, I was in Sierra Leone. Just basically, I was in Sierra Leone with my family, and we was also visiting a school that I support in Sierra Leone. So we support the Jimmy Asher Foundation, which is me and the co-founder Tafari Samuels. We actually support school in Uganda, Sierra Leone, and now Gambia. So when I went to Sierra Leone with the family, and I also went to Sierra Leone to visit the school because we were supporting them for the last 2 years, that's when I saw this vehicle whizzing around. And when I saw it whizzing around, my mind started going crazy on me and saying, no, there's a market. And then I managed to get hold of the relevant people. And then I came to England and it was like, should I or shouldn't I? And I said, let me try a thing. And just wrote a letter to the relevant people. And then, the rest is history. And then even with those people, I said to them, look, I've got no experience in vehicles, no experience in transportation. I've got no experience in this field. But I've got life experience. And I've got experience in setting up businesses. So they basically took the plunge with me. Yeah, because of what I told them, and then the rest is history.
So where do you want to take this to? Now, what level do you want to take it to now?
Well, I want to cover the whole of Gambia. Number one, we want to expand to places like Guinea-Bissau, Senegal.
Ivory Coast and them places.
Yeah, we wanna go to the surrounding around the Gambia first, where the vehicle is not there, because the vehicle is in a lot of African countries already, but there's still countries beside the Gambia that it's not there yet. So all of those countries need to get penetrated.
And the thing about it, you service your own, you have your workshop where they are serviced by your own mechanic, isn't it?
Yeah, so again, we've created more employment by getting mechanics, training the mechanics in these new vehicles. So what happened is Paggio actually sent an engineer to the Gambia. When the first shipment come, they sent
I did see that.
Yeah, they sent an engineer to teach the locals how to assemble it, how to maintain, and how to repair. So
and the one that really take it in, you know.
Yeah, so they was in deep as well. So that's what's happened. So when they came over, they taught seven mechanics, and in my vision, those 7 mechanics will train Gambia, the rest of Gambia.
Yeah, man. Yeah, brave.
So every 2 weeks, the vehicles come in for a service. Every 2 weeks, so we can monitor them, look at them, service them.
Keep an eye on record and thing.
Yeah, because we're trying to do this thing professional. So this is what even I'm trying to push to the guys them in Gambia, the professionalism. Let's stay off the street thing, what a lot of people are used to. Let's raise that level.
Yeah.
Even in wearing uniform to work every day.
Yeah. And safety boot. You have to get
safety boot them. Even the drivers have to wear uniform. The vehicle can be taken away from them.
Yeah, man.
If there's no uniform.
Health and safety.
Everything, the professionalism, the health and safety, the everything, because really how everything goes, it just goes however over there. But it's pointless. I'm not bringing that over there. I'm bringing professionalism over there.
So where do you get your strategy from? The professionalism and the work ethic. What gave you that kind of?
Boy, that's that was always inside me, and it was my dad that gave me the freedom at an early age, empowered me at an early age to do what I wanted to do. Because from an early age, I always be buying and selling. I always been on the road, whether I'm doing milk round, paper round, whether I'm selling videos, CDs, clothes. I've always bought and sold. I've always made my own money. And that's been from an early age. So yeah, it was from an early age, and then schooling wasn't for me. I got kicked out of school my last year. And then from about 18, I was on the road hustling, doing this, doing that, like probably ever you. And then something just switched in me and said, well, why can't you balance the whole thing out? Like, why can't you balance doing what you're doing but still getting your work done?
Really?
And the moment I realised that balance at about 18, 19, then I went on to university, got my degree.
What, can you say more different? What do you mean by the balance? What do you mean balance?
Balance.
I've said there's people out there probably in the same position. So I'm just finding out what do you mean by balance?
Alright. I was at an age where I was supposed to be going to college. And I was joking the thing out. So the first year I was joking it out, I was smoking it out around the back and boom boom. So I was on that path like everyone else. But then what happened, there was a time when I said, but I wasn't doing my work. So there was a time when I said, well, why can't I do my work, try and do it, but still do what I'm doing and have fun and do it all the other things. So the moment I got that balance, that's what I mean about the balance, about being able to complete my assignments, to dedicate myself on that as well. The moment I was able to do that in myself, then the rest is history. Because from young, my dad was always on me about education, all of that.
So was there anything you had to change to achieve that balance? Was there what did you do? What steps did you do to get the balance then, to move from what you was doing casually to sorting that balance out? All right. One thing that I've done is when I got the balance, like probably my last 2 years in college. So from that, what I needed to have done is I needed to have get out of London. So that's what I done. I went university in Luton. So I was far enough, but close enough. What certain ties is it to dedicate yourself? Because if I was going uni in London, it's like a college thing.
I'm coming back home. I'm going with my same brethren. Them, yeah. I'm doing the same things as I was doing in college.
Right.
So for me, I needed to get out of that environment.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain people listening who's in the same situation as you. Yeah. So what? All the listeners, there's some key information that you're getting. You know, if it's not working at the moment, listen to what this brother's saying. So how he say what he's saying right now.
Yeah, I had to change my environment. So I said, number one, I need to get out of London. So it turned out that I went Luton, and Luton was close enough, but far enough. It's like an hour to get back in and out. But I was away from my environment every day, every evening, to where I'm going to college, coming home. I'm still ingrained in all the madness, what's going on the road. I'm still, boom. So I said, no, I need to get out of this environment. And that's when I went to Luton with one of my next brethren, who's now my co-founder, Tafari Samuels. And it turned out that most of my brethren from the ends was coming up to visit me in Luton anyway, because they saw something new.
That's great.
So most of my brethren was up in Luton having fun, because now they're experiencing something different through us. You understand? So for me, that's what it was. And then it was even in when I went to uni, I said I got to cut out selling anything that I'm not supposed to sell. Yeah, I can't go there with the same mentality doing the same thing. I need to cut it out. So what I was doing, certain things I was doing in London, I had to cut out the thing and go out there fresh and say, no, I can't make anything spoil this opportunity that I got by going to uni.
I just want to, right, so what talents do you need to be a good salesman then? What did you, from your experience, what is it what you've got where you can sell in anything that you do?
Well, I mean, it's not just sell that I do.
I mean, what qualities do you need to be like?
Everything self. I think it's self. Yeah, I think it's self-management, self-discipline, self-enthusiasm.
Values.
Yeah, your values, your principles, and never giving up.
But you know, when you say value, what are you judging that is successful as a value? When you're saying self-value.
Well, self-valuing yourself. So I've been saying for a number of years now, know yourself. Yeah, know yourself, because even enough big men don't even know themselves.
Well, what is self? That's what I'm trying to, because there's certain YouTube listeners to this and they want to know what is
self. Is listen to yourself. You can actually listen to yourself. Yeah, you don't need to follow. You don't need to go there when the next person is doing something that you're following him. You listen to yourself. Yeah, you use your own, because a lot of people don't use their own mind to do their own things. They're listening to other people, and there's a lot of distractions about. It's not just brethren, you know. It could be what you're listening to, what you're watching. It could be anything. That's why you got to be strong in yourself to know what you want and know what you want to do. Where I say self, it's actually self by making whatever you want to do happen. And even today, I put out there no excuses and no sob stories. Yeah. No excuse, and don't get me wrong, there's going to be times when things happen where you actually can't do it. Yeah, so I'm understandable for that. But more time, people are using excuses and sob stories out here not to achieve what they want to achieve. So my thing, even on myself, I'm not trying to use no sob stories, no excuses into why I can't come up with anything I want to do or any results that I want to achieve. So I find a lot of people put obstacles in their own way.
And what is it? There seems to be like a stagnation, especially in the UK, for us getting together and doing things. What do you think the key is to get for us to get moving again?
Well, like they always say, it's unity. But for some reason out here, we don't support each other. So even with what I do, there's probably certain people that I grow with who's not supporting the team. Yeah? When, I don't know, not supporting the thing, but it's in my character to say, I don't really care who's supporting the thing, as long as what I know and I'm doing the right thing in myself, because I know what's right and right is wrong, then I'm good in myself. So for me at the moment, I'm not even looking any praise off no one.
You understand? Sometimes you have a look at the narrative. You understand? Because if we grew up to think that I'm your keeper, then I don't realize that I'm your supporter. I'm not your keeper. You understand? And this is what you understand, because one will come, and because he said that I'm your keeper, he think that whatsoever he tell you or give you, you have to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I give it to enhance you, you know. And this is where we are today. It's odd sometimes to see the support out there. Because some of them don't even know what support is.
It's for real. You're right.
They think that support is a hostile takeover.
Yeah.
And I think what you said is key to what I was saying earlier, is because basically we're relying on someone else to tell us how intelligent we are, or a piece of paper before we feel we're somebody. But you're saying that you just went and you just told them what you were. Without any piece of paper, you just
Yeah, I just basically are you talking about the joyride when I first went over there?
Yeah. Your approach.
Yeah, when I first literally went out there, I had no paperwork. All I had is a few videos when I was in Sierra Leone of the vehicle, and a few pictures of from the manufacturers. I just literally went out there, spoke to people, told them my idea, told them my vision for the country. Before you know it, the 3 weeks that I was there for the first time in my life, I was made a resident of the country. Because I think in that time I spoke to the Minister of Sports, the Minister of Transport, charitable organisations, different councillors, and everyone I was speaking to, telling them the vision, everyone got it. Everyone was welcoming it. Everyone, and I even said to them when the vehicles came, I said, well, you believed, before the vehicles came, you believed what I told you. So just believe me now, we're going to sell millions. Do you understand? So maybe it's a gift, I don't know, it's a gift that come where, like I had something, because I know like a lot of people might go to people with an idea and people just shut them down.
The whole thing about it, Joe, you wasn't waiting for the miracle, you are the miracle. You understand? And this is what you do. When you bring things like those that open people's eyes and then see a different perspective, then it even gives some of them ideas down there, because I meet other people them down there. To what you're doing down there, they're seeing other ideas, other things out to branch out from there. And that's the beauty about it. Because a lot of us, I was saying it before, a lot of us think that Gambian doesn't have money. We have a lot of rich people in Gambia, but they need ideas to invest in. We can't just sit here and say we are taking our thing them from what others are telling us. Sometimes it's good to go and investigate ourselves.
That's what I've done. That's
wonderful, blood.
I had to go on the ground.
And unfortunately, Joe, really been inspiring me sitting here with you, but I'm going to have to go. I wish I could stay a bit longer for this. but all the success in what you're doing, and just continue,
Thank you.
You see, the wonderful things is to see that, I've seen in the birth and the child now growing. Just as I see in Hyperlink, in a Mosiah, global global ambassador that doing it's the big boss now what them taking to in the Gambia, the dental, the art, and these are the things then that is we got to invest in our people.
And I would say the reason why as well Africa, because not that my dad's from Jamaica, mom's from Barbados, but my dad's a Rasta man. So the man there, even though the man's you're from Jamaica, but you're from Africa. So that was embedded from young that we're African, even though we're from the Caribbean. So, and when we was young, he actually went to Sierra Leone. He went to Sierra Leone to start business in Sierra Leone. So it's funny enough that when I went to Sierra Leone, my vision came from Sierra Leone. So it was crazy, cause that's why Africa was I always wanted to do something in Jamaica.
And the door that he opened. And the door that he opened also, because by you going down there and even quote your father, the work that he's done, they opened many doors for you. You understand?
And that's part of the Tahuti, the programming. Us, everything that we do, we've got a writer that writes the script for it. So the fact that your father went down there, that program was already put into you by his work.
Yes. So that's why, because a lot of people said, "Oh, why are you going to Gambia? Why are you going to Jamaica?" Or not to say Jamaica won't happen, but it's just the spirits that took me Africa, Gambia first. I didn't see it as the spirits. That's what took me. And even the first time I went to Gambia, within the when we went there, the man, they took me to a little bar to have a drink, to introduce me to Gambia or whatnot. And one of the tunes there was one of my dad's favourite tunes. And this tune there, it's not a tune that I never heard it in a bar or a club. Cause it's not one of the, it's a country and western. It's from Kenny Rogers.
Yeah.
So you see, when I heard that, I'm like, my dad said, this is your spot.
Yeah, man. For real.
This is your spot. And then from that, it just kicked in. Everything just seemed to work in a speed that I couldn't even comprehend.
True.
I'm just there thinking, how things are working out and moving so easy and quick, and even the people them over here, because when I was here I was reporting back to people over here, like my guidance team and my mentor or whatever over here, and everyone was just confused, how is this thing moving rapid? But I just said, boy, it's the spirits.
If anyone wants to get in contact or find out a bit more about your works, you got any media they can contact you on, or what you're doing?
Yeah, number one, they can get me, if they're over here, they can get me on Jimmy Asher Foundation. Yeah, so you can email us on, or you can go to our website first and foremost. You can, which is www.jimmyasherfoundation.org. Then you can get us on social media, Instagram, Jimmy Asher Foundation, Joe Ride Gambia on Instagram. Then you can get us on Facebook, Jimmy Asher Foundation, Joe Ride on there again, and you can get us on Twitter, Joe Ride Gambia and Jaff Global. So you can go to our website, Joe Ride and Jimmy Asher Foundation, and you can get all the information. You can contact us. We've even got a girl here at the moment from France who's doing a 2-month internship. She's actually she started last week. So we actually here offer people from different countries the opportunity to come here and to do experience as well. So as well as working with schools out here, where we take work experiences, we also take them from anywhere in the world.
Wonderful, blood. Wonderful. And these are the things them when you hear people ask what's going on, you have to be around the people who is doing things. It don't make sense we sit here and don't turn our protest into development.
Yes.
And this is why, that's why I rise up Brother Joseph, because being in the Gambia and seeing the runaround, you know, the runaround, blood, you understand?
Yeah, it's a lot.
Wallipa works and all of them things, and see what you have put in. This is the paying off.
Yeah.
You know, see it. And if we support certain things, you know, we can do well there. We can do well there, because it's one thing. You know, it's good to go to Africa, but sometimes we organize ourselves and go as a collective. Because remember, they take us out as a collective.
Exactly.
You understand, you know? And as Joseph said, when he go, he never just go he goes as an individual, but he's coming from a collective. Because especially Gambia is a family-orientated situation. You know, see? So it's not that easy to drag a man out of his family. Sometimes it's better if you go and get adapted in the family and work within the whole structure. You know, see? But I like the way how you angle your things and angle the young people them down there, because they're proud of you, blood. You understand? You know, see? To the feedback where I get, because you know, true, you know, even one of your workers down there, he wants something all the time. You know, see? Because I don't flex with them. Yeah. You understand? But I like how you treat them, and I like the social. Yeah,
I treat them as men.
Oh, remember, you treat them like your brother, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Carl. I don't treat them as no different, as no lower or no higher or nothing. And I think that's what they respect, because I could probably go there with the I am almighty and I'm paying you, I'm giving you this, I'm giving you that. But no, that's it. So even them, man, they were like brothers, yes. Most of the drivers were like brothers.
For real.
Yeah, so, yeah, we just keep the journey going. And as I always say, we can't stop and we won't stop.
Brother Joseph, I just want to thank you for sharing the vibes, you know, and I don't know how long you can hold on here. I mean, if any callers want to, and maybe they want to call in.
Yeah, man, that's fine.
You know, see, so we give out the number is 0207-193-0174. If you want to call in and have a word and speak with Brother Joseph, Joe Ride the Gambia. Wonderful vibration. All the time. Beautiful, beautiful vibration. Jimmy Asher Foundation, a beautiful vibration. You know, see it, you know. And is there anything you want to, you know?
Well, I was saying, I've probably spoken a lot about the Jimmy Asher Foundation. And just to let everyone know that the Jimmy Asher Foundation is actually in honor of my dad, who passed away. because of the influence that he had in my life and my siblings and all my brethren, there was something that I wanted to honour him. So keep a legacy, even though we know his legacies and his grandchildren, his children, but we wanted to do something different, which is empowering millions of people across the world. So that's where the Jimmy Usher Foundation come in. And right now, a little bit of history, we deliver sports, media, life skill projects to young people in about 20 different boroughs. So we deliver in schools, colleges, youth clubs across the whole of London. We also do a yearly cookout in my dad's parish of Portland. Yeah, so every year we do something in Portland. Now we do it in St Thomas, and that's that was started by my cousin Cadian. So we do a cookout every year for the last 5 years or so. We do a cookout. So shout out to Cadian for that. We also support schools in Uganda, Sierra Leone, and Gambia, where we send them supplies, school equipment, clothes, anything we can get our hands on. And yeah, so that's all in the name of my dad. And also, I'd like to shout out one of my brethren who just passed. Yeah, David Small, North. Yeah, the man there was right at the start. Yeah, so the man there just passed, so we're sending love to him and his family them. Yeah, he was there from the off. And also everyone else that's contributed with the foundation. Yeah, there's so many, we've got so many tutors, we've got so many coaches, we've got so many people in-house. I've already mentioned Tafari Samuels, Iman, Anita, Derek, Maddie, Smarty, who's a trustee, Leon, who's a trustee, North, who was a trustee. Shout out to my mum, who's still there supporting every single step of the way. Yeah, and many more. Yeah, my boys as well. Yeah, my 4 boys. Yeah, they're actually seeing what's going on. I'm trying to get them involved as well, same way in everything. And yeah, we just go forth. So yeah, that was a little a little preview of the foundation. I could go on and on, you know. Yeah, I could go on and on. And there's another business that we have as well, which is called CBM, where we house young people and we support young people. So the unit's actually it's like a semi-independent. So what we do is we actually gear young people for independent life. Yeah. So we house them, support them, and things like that. So I think everything we're doing right now is towards empowering, inspiring other people right now.
Nation building, you know, see, to a beautiful vibration family, you know, see, the wonderful vibes, you know, see, and again, Brother Joseph, the contact number, if they want to contact you, you understand?
Yeah, there's a contact number which I will give them, which is the Jimmy Usher, which is the Jimmy Usher Foundation number, if you need to get hold of me, which is 07875 310 782.
Beautiful vibration. Jamaz, you know, before you go, you understand? You know, see, before you go, you just, you know, because I don't want you to go to them after Jamaz.
I'm here in spirit, man. This is my house, you know. I'm just outside, so I want everybody to just listen to the brother, because it's an inspiration when we find a doer in the community, and not someone who's just philosophizing or waving a piece of paper in front, you know. So this is what we need to do. We need to be inspired by people like this, and we need to, you know, put work into action. That's the real test of our intelligence as a people.
You know, see, you know, that's the beauty about it. You know, because hearing about it, you know, and seeing it in action is 2 different things, you understand, you know. And I just want to rise up all of the people, you understand, you know, that is listening to us, you know, at the moment. And I have to go get one of the big Joe Ride poster for you in here.
Yeah, I'm going to have to get one for you.
But what I try to do is every time we put out a video,
yes,
we try to put that in there as Finosa well. Yes. It's part of our mission statement.
No, thank you, and thank you for the support. Yeah, because even the first time I went to Gambia, it was you that I reached out to as well.
That's it, blood.
Yeah, thank you.
It
was you that I reached out, and you gave me some good contacts. Like you gave me Matthew Hyperlink, love. You gave me Osman, where he's still with me to this day. So I mean, thank you for the support as well.
Thank you. You understand, because it's Prophet Newton, you know. Can you remember? You remember that we meet?
Yeah, at a Black History. Yeah, like we actually met at a Black History Month event that I was organising, and Prophet Newton. Basically, I needed some inspirational speakers to actually come to represent, and Prophet Newton actually brought down Dr. Abu, and that's the first time that we actually met, where he delivered his inspirational speech alongside me that day there.
But wonderful, man, you know. And you said the whole thing about it, when I hear you was talking about your father and the works and the foundation, I say, yeah. I can see, and by even looking on the social media, I see y'all in Portland.
Yeah.
Cooking up some food and all. Yeah, man. You know, that's the organization where you have to support and all of these things. But give thanks, Brother Joseph. Give thanks.
No, respect, and thank you for inviting me in again to give you pretty much an update on the Joe Ride adventures, and I'm glad that you came out to Gambia to actually see it. And actually jump in with me for a couple of days and see the movements, because it's a lot of movements and it's not easy, but we just take it in our stride.
Give thanks, my brethren, and rise up, and we pray that the Joe Ride will go from strength to strength, you know. Because I'm just seeing all the airline flying over where Joe.
Yeah, like everything's possible. Man. I'm telling you, man, and. No, I see it going big places as well, and we just have to remain positive and see through all of the challenges, because obviously being in another country, there is going to be challenges.
For real.
So we just have to keep going.
For real, my brethren. And your final words for the listeners there?
Well, thank you everyone who knows me for their support. My thing is just empowering, inspiring other people, and for me, I could always take care of myself in terms of financially, in terms of any way I could take care of myself. So, and that's one thing my dad said to me. He said, I love the way you're bringing your brethren. Everything you do, you're bringing your brethren. So it's just naturally how the thing's set. So we just continue. That's all I can say.
Well, give thanks, Brother Joseph. And you know, we have an event coming up on the 8th of June called our Parents and Ancestral Day. And it would be good if you could become one of our guests here and just give us a few words of encouragement, because the event is about our parents.
Yes.
You understand? You know, your parents, my parents, all of us parents. You understand? So we have a day that we allocate every year, the 6th of the 6th. You know, see, we celebrate our Parents and Ancestral Day.
Yeah.
But on the 8th is the celebration.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's gonna take place in the Lewisham village.
Right.
I'll ask Sister Shanice to send you an invitation.
Yeah. Send me the details. I know I was supposed to be going away sometime in June, but I'm not sure the date. Like as soon as I get the date, then I'll let you know as well.
All right, my brethren.
Yeah, but if I'm in the country, then I'm there 100%.
Well, give thanks, my brethren, all the time.
Love.
All the time. Beautiful vibes. Beautiful vibration, family. It's we got to do for we. Because no one else going to do for we. No matter how we want to look at it. You know, see it. Because we see where we are going. So we can't pretend that nothing now go on. Because things are going. So I will for them. Empress Khadija Ward, Voodoo, Empress Joy Mac, all about Voodoo. Our mind made up, and we not turn back, because a lot of freakish things is taking stock. Few African men are willing to weigh frack. for a position, fame, or contract. Give us a break. The Almighty don't make mistake. Our mind made up, and we not turn back, because them are blacks willing to kill blacks, while the government and their media just take African people for a laughing stock. No racial profiling is the in thing. Our mind made up, and we not turn back, because every move we make, racism is right in our face. Every morning we wake, we hear about the murder, we hear about the rape, but still they want us to walk by faith and not by sight. A pimper's paradise.
This station is rough and tough.
Galaxy.
Your superstation.
The only brainwashing
We said
seducing your ears with sound.
our mind made up,
Station of the future is here.
and we not turn back, because Brexit is on a war pack. Who helped them years ago? Today they forgot. Who not get deported? Work stop and livelihood put to a stop. Just ask the Windrush generation all about that. Me say, our mind made up, and we not turn back, because there is no black in the Union Jack.
This station is rough and tough.
Galaxy.
Your superstation.
The only brainwashing station seducing your ears with sound.
The station of the future is here today.
Our mind made up, and we not turn back, because a lot of freakish things is taking stock. Few African men are willing to wear frock for a position, fame, or contract. Beautiful vibrations, very beautiful vibe. Make I just put that on pause and quickly take this call. Rise up, family.
Good evening, Abula Tata.
Rise up, my dear friend, brother. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you today?
Well, up and down as usual. Up and down as usual.
Yeah, Abu, I am a whistleblower. Yeah, I just want to call to let you know that because I have been waiting for the people from Nigeria that live in United Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I tell you that these people are sellout,
Mm-hmm.
these people are vampires, they're
Wow.
vultures, they are criminals who are raping off their own people,
Mm-mm.
stealing from their people, Nigerians living in UK. I'm
Mm-mm.
talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, if I tell you like that,
Mhm.
I want you to know that I know what I'm saying.
Yeah, man.
I was listening to Galaxy Radio. So there is a topic that came up in Nigeria, that zoo. You know the topic that came up? One man called Asare Dokubo, A-S-I-R-I, then Dokubo, I cannot spell Dokubo.
Mm-hmm.
Dokubo confessed that his father was selling slavery, was capturing people and selling to slaves, making them. But when a Nigerian call you and say something like that, yeah, nobody will call. So I want you to know the sort of concussion. He didn't know what he's talking. Me and the Asari Dokobo is from the same state, but I am in the Igbo side of it. You understand? The Asari Dokobo, he is now Mujahideen. Wow. You know, he converted his name to become Islam. He's the one representing Islam in the whole of that place. You understand? He built Islamic school. Nothing wrong in there, but there are things you cannot send to a particular area. Biafrans can never be Islam. You understand? If you like talk from here to Jerusalem, you're wasting your time. So I want you to understand the game these people are playing in Africa. So today I was listening, people are talking about Africa, how they're going to do. You people are talking what you don't know. We're going to bring the whole system down and rebuild our continent the way it's going to be. You know, Biafra, them said if you want to get rid of the pollution, you have to get rid of the corruption first. The whole system, but it's not the easy. Corruption start the pollution. It's not easy. Abu, to get rid of corruption. Everybody, you see, in Nigeria, everybody is corrupt. Everybody from the church. Abu, did you know that in my village where I come from? Yeah. Did you know the person who became a problem to my land? He's a bishop, a well-recognized bishop in the whole of Africa. But when he realized that God belongs to Biafra, he said, "Come, we're gonna give you more." My brethren, like this, if these people like this, he can threaten you. You got to come sit here with me one day. You know, we talk about this whole saga. You know, see, but it's beautiful vibration talking with you. I have to hand over now to the Al Cableland